Opening slide graphic text title. Session 2, Work Conditions, Interests and Contributions. An Introduction to Discovery, Part 1. Essential Elements of Customized Employment with Milton Tyree. Logos, Belonging Matters and TalksThatMatter.net.
So what we did was we're all teaching about customized employment, and we thought we need to have some principles around customized employment about what is it and what isn't it. And so I'm going to show you what those are. And they were agreed on with these four groups: Griffin Hammes Associates, Mark Golden Associates, Transcend, and Virginia Commonwealth University. And this is what we came up with. Determination of the individual's interest, conditions, and contributions should be the result of a qualitative approach of discovery. So you always start with discovery. You start with the person, not the job. It's a qualitative no-fail process that presumes that all people can work. The planning meeting should be held in a timely manner following discovery. I'm going to show you a customized plan for employment meeting. That's how you qualify the employer. Customized employment occurs in businesses in the community or businesses owned by the individual. It involves negotiation of job duties. Job supporters should avoid job openings and typical personnel practices when approaching target employers. So we're not interested in people's job openings or we're not interested in the HR office. We go in at another angle. It requires individualization involving a job for one person. Negotiation of pay at least minimum wage. Job supporters, job support people, job coaches, whatever, are agents used to represent the job candidate. It's a representational form of support. Job supporters should develop strategies for assisting employers to identify specific areas in the business which might benefit. And so for us, for Mark Golden Associates, that's the employer needs benefits analysis. The job supporter's primary customer in customized employment is always the job candidate. You're serving both, but the person whose interest you're most looking out for is the person you're representing. Job supporters should emphasize an informational relationship with potential employers. So this gets into job development stuff, but it's true with Mark Golden Associates and the others too. Our whole pitch here is to inform employers about a new way of hiring people, period. And they may be interested or they may not be, and we're just there to give information. If they don't want to do it, that's fine. We go somewhere else. We're information givers. That's very Mark Goldian, but everybody signed on to that. Job supporters should negotiate a support plan with employers that honor typical ways of new employee instruction and support as much as possible. Like the 7-phase sequence is what we call that. The others would call it something else. Customized employment facilitates mutually beneficial voluntary employment relationships. There's no government requirement for employers to engage in this. So who especially benefits from customized employment? People who have failed a lot, like Sam. Well, not just in jobs, but on comparative vocational evaluations or community-based assessments. People who don't pass tests very well. People who have significant impact of disability or multiple disabilities. People who've been fired, this is Sam. People who've been fired or quit from multiple jobs in the community. Have multiple life complexities beyond disability, such as poverty, lack of transportation, minimal family support, difficulty in school, police records, and so forth. Have experienced years of human service segregation. Have uncertain and challenging behaviors. Have little interest in going to work. This kind of relates, I think about Michael. If the only experience he'd had was at Dairy Queen, and let's say he didn't get fired, and he finished school, and that was his only work experience, if he was asked the question, do you want to work, he might say no, you see, because it was such a lousy job for him. And so a lot of times people have little interest in going to work because they don't know what work could be. They don't know how good it could be. Kind of reminds me of the example back in this table this morning of the person who'd worked in a job and it hadn't worked out, and so they think they can't work anymore, right? So customized employment might be of great benefit to this person. People have uncertainties about the kind of work they would like to perform, and this is like Michael, and those who may obtain competitive jobs but who would be limited or underemployed by these jobs. So, Michael could obtain a competitive job of being a lobby attendant, but he's not going to get anything as sophisticated like he had at I'm saying Toolcraft. It's not Toolcraft. Yes, Trustwall. Thank you, Trustwall. This is what happens when you get old, right? So sometimes the words just aren't there. Alrighty, at Trustwall, thank you. But think, he couldn't have had a job as technical and specific as the one he had at Trustwall unless it was a customized job. So, customized employment, in summary, does involve discovery, customized plan, visual non-traditional resumes, representation of the job seeker, focus on specific benefit to the employer, and negotiation of a customized job. It does not require comparative evaluations, job openings, competitive interviews, traditional resumes, or existing job descriptions.
Graphic text, watch next. Session 2, Part 2. What is discovery? Closing slide, graphic text. With thanks to Milton Tyree, Mark Gold & Associates, www.markgold.com, livestream, www.beinteractive.com.au. This video was made possible with the support of an Information and Capacity Building grant through the Department of Social Services. Produced by Belonging Matters. Belonging Matters makes every effort to provide accurate and up-to-date material. However, information is subject to change and our materials for reference only. This video was filmed on the land of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people of the Kulin Nation. Logos Belonging Matters and TalksThatMatter.net.